Hello again, everybody. My name is Dale DuFay. Right there is Mary Hall. How you doing, Mary?
Doing good, down in the pit.
Down in the pit. We finally got all the concrete and foundation work completed. Oh boy, we are so excited. Let's see how we got those lead boards in, those plates on top of the cinder block. There's like a 1/2-inch thick bed of mortar underneath it. Underneath all of this. See that? Isn't that nice? See, maybe you can see, you can't see it oozing out there, but we did put, we used like almost two 80-pound bags of mortar just to seat this ledger, or that plate, top plate, the cinder block. We're really happy with that. We even like backfilled where there was gaps and everything, but you know, we put a piece of tape there to basically to keep the mortar from going down behind the pink, and it worked real well. So these are just really sound. I mean, it's like hard as a rock. And again, it's not really, you know, sticking like glue or anything, but it's just seated and bedded really nice, because again, we caked mortar underneath it all, and we got it all done and ready to go. And the minute we finished doing that, we started on the joists, as you probably noticed right away.
We did.
We got started. We got like, what do we get, about 10 of them going here. But this is the fun part, you know. It's really enjoyable. We cut there. You can see the bridge pieces are all pre-cut. Well, we still need to cut more.
No, we got 2 stacks.
Yeah, but they're like exactly the same length, and we use them throughout. The first one's 3/4 of an inch less, because you're starting on the edge. You know, the edge of you put the plywood here on the edge, and then once you get 8 feet out, it's exactly dead center on the joist. So we haven't squared this up yet. We probably square it up probably before we get started on the rest. It looks pretty square automatically. And again, we do that by putting a full 4x8 sheet of manufactured plywood or paneling, whatever, because they're perfectly square. So that tells the whole truth of it. So we're probably going to do that, square it up, and continue on underneath this wall and all the way down this nice long header. This beam's like 24, 25 feet long, and we've gotten this far already. So we're going to complete this side of it, and then we'll come over on this side and get this all tied in. Yay. And of course, the joists are perpendicular with the joists in this part of the house, so they'll actually come right off of this joist. You know, this joist will act as like basically a ledger as well. So that's going to be kind of really cool. I mean, I was really, the thing I was the most happiest about was completing the foundation work. I mean, look at that. I mean, we got it, you know, 1.5 inch thick styrofoam on the face of it. We capped the whole top of it off, sealed the whole top off with the mortar. So basically, it's just all sealed in. Put a new ledger board on for the, you know, for the brand new floor joists. I mean, I was just real happy about getting rid of that ugly cinder block, you know, except you still see it here. But, you know, at least the top of it's capped off, and everything's really, we still got this bucket here as a precautionary in case it rains. It still leaks there a little bit. We haven't dealt with the leak, but we are capturing, you know, 90% of the water. But we don't want any of our new work to get wet at all, because after all, was the main problem here. And, you know, this moisture in the crawl spaces and rotting all the joists and headers and everything was just a horrible mess. But we don't want any of this to get wet at all. In fact, it's been, you know, all this time, this has all had been drying out. That's what's really nice. It's just so dry in here finally. I mean, even when we were pouring the cement floor, the ground was still extremely moist. It was just crazy. Yeah, it smells like lumber instead of musty. This musty smell's gone. If you do smell any, it's because of the walls and stuff, which we're going to deal with once we get the floor secured. We have a nice surface to work on. Now, that's the main reason we started here. Of course, you always want to start from the foundation up on a house like this. This one, was a unique case. In fact, it's so unique in my whole experience. I have never done a job like this. So it's kind of challenging, and we're enjoying it, and it's actually working out. That's the really cool part. Mary's got her pouch there ready for the screws, which again, I want to remind everybody that we are.
Last of them in here.
I want to remind everybody that we are using screws. There's not one nail in any of this. There's on the where the joist meets the ledger up there and mounts to the bridge. We actually use 3.5 inch long screws there, and then to mount these bridges, we use 2 screws. And then if you notice, anywhere we lay this level, it's going to be level. I mean, you could put it at any angle, any direction, and it's level. So that's what's so nice. Everything's going to be, you can walk in any room and not be going downhill or anything like you were before.
You were going downhill everywhere.
Everything was from the door going downhill towards the bathroom.
Yep.
The bathroom was a disaster. But look at it now. We can take a look at it from up here. We of course, haven't done the joists yet, but they're ready for the joists. See how he mortared all that in? Isn't that nice? Let me zoom in a little bit. Isn't that nice? We're just really, really, really happy with that. No more ugly cinder block. Just tight, secure, airtight, watertight, you name it. So that was the main purpose, and that's what needed to be done in this house. That's for sure. Is there anything else you want to add before we get going here?
I want to say I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and stay safe.
All righty, sound wisdom, my friend. With that, we thank you for watching, and we'll talk at you later. Love you.